Hey there, Cheesemeisters, and welcome back to the Peach Pod. That would have been Me and Mrs. Jones by Billy Paul. That was playing in the Peach Pit when Kelly brings Lucinda into her boyfriend's restaurant. When we started calling it her boyfriend's restaurant, I disapprove. I don't like it. Nope.
I don't either.
It's the fucking Peach Pit. Dylan is involved.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm Jeff, and I'm just tinkling on my keyboard, processing data. Not looking at this Playboy with Anna Nicole Smith's cover on it that Months gave me. Definitely not doing that.
Nope.
And joining me on the other end of the internet, my co-host.
I'm Leslie, and I don't want to see my dorm room turned into a keg den for the hormonally challenged.
Yeah, that is a failure of priorities for Andrea, but success for envisioning the future.
Oh no.
Andrea knows who she's literally letting into her bed here. Like it can't go anywhere but gross. I mean, come on.
Then she needs to have a cover put on that computer so it doesn't get beer spilled on it.
Yeah. I mean, fortunately for Andrea, they are probably not. They don't have fast enough internet at this point in 1994 for Steve to be looking up porn. Just not possible. It's not that it's not possible. It's just that, like, if you were to say in 1994, sit down at a computer in a dorm room and search the words, I don't know, Terry Hatcher nude, for example, just out of the ether. If you were doing that and you happen to find a real photograph or even one that was photoshopped, because you don't know, whatever, it's 1994, it's going to take about 25 minutes for that picture to show up on your screen. And that is not video, kids. That is just a still photograph. So it's faster to wait for your frat brothers to slide a Playboy under your door. Even if you don't ask them to, because you can set your watch on that shit. You can go like, all right, how long's it going to take for some random keg brother to shove a Playboy under my door? And it's going to be under 20 minutes. Like, it's just going to, that's the way this stuff works. This is science. This week,
nostalgia corner, just
no, this is science. This is how it works. Could have been someone else's nostalgic corner that I don't know about. What are you talking about?
Of course. Who wasn't looking up Terry Hatcher nude?
Yeah, it's not like she's on brand for me or anything. Shut up. This week, Cheesemeisters. That's right. Wahoo! We are talking about season 4, episode 21, Addicted to Love. Original air date, February 16th, 1994. Did you throw up in your mouth or throw something this episode?
Oh, God. I didn't think about it, but I feel like I threw up in my mouth a little at Lucinda and Brandon, or just how often people seem to be like going on and on about Brandon's love life. That's pretty gross. I wanted to throw something.
Once a little cutie, Brandon likes Lucinda's booty, Brandon.
I wanted to throw things when Stewart was being a little bitch.
Oh, Stewart sucked ass this episode.
I was going to try to be nice about it and be all empathetic, but no, Stewart was being a bitch this episode.
Yeah, I don't know. If you wanted to, like, make a hard, firm decision, Stewart gave you all the info you needed. I mean, it's just, okay, oh, I'm out. Not this little bitch. I'm out.
Yeah. As someone who has taken many a road trip, not with a ton of different people, but just enough different people, I'm like, never had that. And pretty sure if I did, I'd be like, okay, well, I hope you can find a ride back, because we're not going to be in the same vehicle anymore.
No, because I am going to lock your keys in the car, and then your car is going to get stripped for parts in the middle of the desert, where the hooligans are.
I didn't
All the
believe that for a
roughneck
second.
hooligans are driving through the desert looking for jeeps to strip.
Was Jesse Pinkman's father out in the wilderness and,
It's
saw a
very
car?
possible. It's very possible.
There's no way.
No. All right, so here's what happens in this episode, Cheesemeisters. This is a fucking mess. Where to start? Where do you want to start? Because there's just all these people doing stuff.
There's so much. Brandon.
Give me a character. All right, we'll start with Brandon. Perfect. Brandon is deeply involved in the task force, but not as deeply involved as he is in Lucinda's snatch.
Hey.
He is all up in that business and enjoying it. You know how important Lucinda is? She has like a whole fucking set built, including a bathroom and a shower that you can put the camera on both sides of the shower door. Now, I don't think there's any running water. We didn't see any. Brandon was wet. I don't think they connected it to the plumbing. But she has a bathroom set, and she has an office now, and she has a whole fucking house with an exterior. Like, they went and exterior scouted for this thing. Lucinda matters, you guys. So Brandon has got this Lucinda situation going on, but he also has this task force situation, and there's an event at the Dean's that he just can't take her to because it's the first event, and it's like, I'm a teacher here, you're a student, that's probably frowned upon. And he's like, fair, so I'll just go by myself. But you can't go to the Dean's house by yourself, or the 90-year-olds are going to try to get some. And as the Dean informs us, there is a firm non-fraternization policy between high-paying elderly donors and young stallions. I think that's how it's phrased in the handbook. Yeah. And Josh Richland is there. Hi, Josh. Good to see you. Been a minute. Yeah, looking good. And Josh is like, I don't know. There's something about your sudden rise to power that I don't like, Brandon. I offered you a role in the Progressive Party doing what we say, and you were a douche about it. And here you are now. Suddenly you're on the task force, nose deep in the Dean's ass. And I don't like it. I'm gonna find out what's going on with you. So Josh is he's handling this student profile himself, and it's going to be a hit piece. You can just feel it. Josh is out there trying to dig up the dirt, and Brandon realizes that if I'm gonna do this task force situation, I probably need to have a woman, because politics.
Everyone keeps telling me I need a woman. Everyone is obsessed with my dating life. God.
Yeah, if you don't show up to these things in a relationship, your opinion will not be taken into consideration. You lose a lot of clout if you are single on the CU campus.
Otherwise, who's puppeteering you, Brandon?
Right. And how can we know that you're a good guy if you're not getting some on the regular? So
how do we know you're not stealing our women?
That's right. We need to see you locked down. Because Esther here, I'm telling you, we have had some issues with Esther. She loves 20-year-olds.
Oh, yeah.
And she has since she was 18. And she just, this is why she gets money to the university. Esther is just in it for the dick. And Brandon is like, whew, I got saved there, but I should probably get a shield. Yes. But he knows he can't use Lucinda as the shield because, fraternization. And she's like, why don't you take Kelly, who's in my class and everyone thinks is awesome, and I think she's kind of awesome, and this will be good. This will be a good idea. You should do this. And so he asked Dylan and Kelly, hey, can I borrow your girlfriend? I need a beard. And Dylan's like, I mean, I guess. And so Kelly goes to the thing with Brandon, and it's the next thing is a party at the Chancellor's, Chancellor Arnold, who didn't get to speak this episode, but there's Chancellor Arnold talking to Kelly.
Yay, cool.
Chancellor Arnold. Yep.
I barely registered him.
Yep. He's back there talking to Kelly about presents to get his teenage daughter, who he may or may not meet. And uh and she's monopolized. He won a Nobel Prize, everybody, in case you didn't know. And he is just charmed to pieces by Kelly Taylor.
Who
And the
wouldn't be?
dean, well, agreed. And the dean is like, hey, you should keep this one around because, she makes you look good. And before she was here, we weren't 100% sure that you were on the level. Because unlike T, Brandon, we want you to be the PG-13 guy that everyone really hopes makes it happen. We don't want you to be the rated R guy. This needs to be nice and chill, for us to listen to your proposals about undergraduate staffing or whatever. I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand what his great idea was. I don't know. It probably had to do with boning teachers. So anyhow, that's happening.
That's one character.
That's just Brandon. But Josh has decided to interview everybody. And so he starts with Andrea, who's like, Brandon's the best. Do you know what integrity means?
Can you spell it?
That's right. And he's like, I don't know, but I think in South Park it's the name of Randy's weed farm, because they do things with integrity out there.
Wow.
And they don't know that yet, but it's true. And Steve is moving into Andrea's dorm because she's moving in with Jesse. And her RA has a little bit of an issue with it. She's a little concerned. So does Andrea. She doesn't want people just straight fucking in her bedroom. And but Steve is like, it'll be fine, Andrea. P's and Q's. Don't worry about it. I'll mind them. And you know what a good guy I am? I'm going to bring my own TV and I'm going to wear a Canadian tuxedo while I do it. Steve, just straight denim head to toe, walks in while Josh Richland is getting the riot act read to him by Andrea. And he's like, oh, you should interview me. There's no way that could go poorly. Let me tell you about the crime I committed. And the hazing. Yeah. Like 3 words into it, Steve is like, Professor Randall and hazing. And you're like, God damn it, Steve. You are not helpful. No. You were going to read the room, dude. This guy's coming after Brandon and you're just loading his gun for him. It's bad. And then Josh is like, I'm going to talk to Deshaun. So he goes to the gym where we know Brandon likes to go. And Deshaun, he's rehabbing. So that's good. But he's like, Brandon, I don't know him. He's just my tutor. I barely know this guy. What are you asking me for? Get out of the road. I am at work. He's like, nah, piss off. And Josh is like, foiled again. And he walks off, but there's Brandon and Lucinda also in the gym. And Deshaun, you can't fool Deshaun.
No.
He's like, Brandon, you better be more careful. And Brandon's like, don't worry about it. The only danger that I'm in right now is not taking Kelly to the chancellor's thing. I don't have to be careful about having sex with Lucinda in her office or parking my car out in front of her house.
Yeah.
Or just constant. I mean, no one can get a hold of my phone records. I probably have never called her. Brandon is terrible at hiding an affair. He's just like, I'm just going to, as long as we aren't in, like, literally fucking in the quad, no one will find out.
Yeah.
And he's wrong probably about that. But
I can't wait to blow up. I can't wait.
I don't think it's going to go badly at all. I think it's fine. It's probably fine. David got a piano. David,
it's time to get back to my music.
Get back to my music, but for me, not for Serge Mencken.
Yeah.
I don't need a record deal. I just need to be true to my art. Now that I've been kicked off the radio station and I'm no longer wearing a hat. You see the hat's gone?
It's gone.
No mention of the hat whatsoever. Just gone.
But it left once before and came back.
Yeah, but it came back in the same episode. We're now 2 episodes hat-free. I think that means we're in the clear. I don't think David's on drugs anymore.
I think you want me to feel safe.
Yeah, I mean, I want everyone to feel safe. That's fair. But you know how we know it's done? Everybody comes over to have a it's done party.
That's true.
like they all come over to have shish kebabs uh, for a David's Not on Drugs Anymore party, and Kelly moves back in because David bought a piano, and he and Donna play chopsticks, which is fun. Heart and soul. Dun, 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 dun. Yep, it's a party favorite. And so everything seems cool now with David. He's going to get back into his music, bought a piano, back in the beach apartment, Three Musketeers together again. And so everything's happy there. Probably nothing can go wrong with that moving forward. And let's see.
Brenda is with Stewart.
Yeah, Stewart's back. Stewart. And he's like, hey, Bren, good to see you. Let's go to Palm Springs. Nothing bad happens in Palm Springs. I mean, that's certainly not where you went to the wrong hotel and didn't know how to use a phone book. Remember that? No, didn't happen. That's how, you know what? We're not going to stop and say hi to David's grandparents, even though they're out here probably having a rave right now.
Yep.
We're just going to go see my dad, who sucks. And I have a big idea, and Jim thinks that my dad's going to like my big idea. So let's drive out to the Palm Springs. But first, let's have an impromptu camp out.
No.
Because I'm romantic. That's bad. Because you're not prepared. You didn't dress for it. Neither one of you. Neither one of you is dressed for a camp out. Jesus Christ, Start.
None of you are packed for it.
Nope, not packed for a camp. He bought an REI sleeping bag, which is used for gestation primarily, for what I can tell. But he's got one ready to use it, and they get out of the car to look at the sunset, and Stewart doesn't take his keys with him. And no one says, Stewart, why'd you leave your keys in the car? If you're so worried about someone vandalizing your car or stealing it here in the middle of the desert, why are you leaving your keys in it, jackass? And so Brenda goes back to get her sweater, and she locks the door behind her because she's also worried about someone breaking into the car here in the middle of the desert. And oops, keys are locked in the car. And rather than just breaking a window,
right,
Stewart, you are fucking rich. You can call the glass doctor. He'll fix your pains. Like,
okay, that's exactly what I thought. But then I thought maybe I'm nuts and don't know enough about cars and car insurance, even though I've been paying for car insurance and all that, blah, 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 blah. But I'm like, if Johnny can risk breaking a window in his old beat up car and Dirty Dancing so that he and Frances can go to their gig.
Uh-huh.
Maybe. I mean, her real name's Frances. But anyway, if he, poor dance teacher, can break a window, you, spoiled rich asshole, can certainly break a window to get into your car.
Yep. And not for nothing, what do you think happened after Kreese tried to punch Miyagi at the beginning of Karate Kid Part 2 and breaks his own window? Or maybe it was somebody else's window. Somebody paid for it. It got fixed. It's a window. Like,
it's a window.
Shut up, Stewart. But Stewart's like, no, you know what we should do is ride in the back of a chicken truck and stay at a shit motel and leave my car alone all night because, you know, vandals.
Because I want to whine about how stupid my girlfriend is and how sad my life is. Oh,
I know. And then he shows up, and, you know, like in a show that sometimes forgets what happened, like when Dylan and Brenda are reminiscing about the trip to Mexico, didn't once bring up Rosalita and her big fucking mouth, ruining everything for everybody. Stewart and his dad remember exactly how they act with each other. Like, his dad's a fucking asshole. Yep. And Stewart is a whiny little bitch. And Brenda watches this dynamic play out yet again, and she's like, nope. Yep. Here's your fucking ring. Like, I'm going to act like you're Danny Zuko and I'm Sandy and we're in the drive-in and the hot dog is jumping into the bun on the screen and you try to grab my titty.
Take this piece of candy.
That's right. Piece of tin.
Candy, you can just walk out of a drive-in?
Yeah, watch me. I'm going to walk out of Palm Springs and call Dylan, who comes and picks her up because Kelly is hanging out with Brandon at the Chancellor's thing, monopolizing all of his time. And they have a long car ride back in the dark that definitely was not shot in a dark room.
Oh, no.
I mean, that literally, they weren't in a car. They weren't in a set that looked like a car. They were on two chairs in the dark with some lights right here and someone every now and again shaking their chairs.
Yep.
That whole scene, that scene cost $1.45. It was great. Save money where you can because there's a lot of, you went to locations in this episode. They went on the desert and everything.
They gave Lucinda a house.
Lucinda has a whole fucking house and a car in the driveway and Brandon's car in the front. So she's like, I still love you, Dylan, and I still love you, but I'm not in love with you. And I don't know. In case of emergency, break glass and have Dylan and Brenda say they love each other.
Oh no.
Like, it's just, if you want to stir some drama up. And then they come into the party that David's having, the I'm not on drugs, have some shish kebab party. I bought a piano. It's a very confused theme for this party that David's having. Like, I'm sober, bought a piano, here's some meat. Weird.
Sure.
And Dylan comes in with Brenda, and Kelly's like all of a sudden real shitty about it. And
oh my god,
it's too much. And Dylan's like, hey, B, if you ever want to borrow my girlfriend again, feel free. And Brandon and Kelly look at each other like, maybe that's not such a bad idea.
You know how to respect me.
That's right. Did I forget anything? Is that everything that happened?
I think that's everything.
Steve got a Playboy. It was a lot. Yeah, those are the things that happened in this episode. All right. What is this episode really about?
Oh my god. It's about a lot of things, but first and foremost, everyone is obsessed with Brandon.
Oh my god, you guys.
God. Obsessed. He's amazing. He's incredible.
Best ever.
Why doesn't he have a girlfriend? Why isn't his girlfriend here? Brandon, no one will take you seriously without a girlfriend. Obsessed.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it's about time because people have been ignoring Brandon for months.
Great example of life before reality TV or social media. We used to be obsessed with each other.
I mean, yeah. Can you imagine how easy it would be to find out all this shit on Brandon if there'd been Google?
Wow.
Like, he's just Brandon is just out there. Like, I mean, look, if Josh wants to dig around, here's some things that he could find. He could find Brandon's history of dating racists. He could find Brandon's history of dating women who were dating married rich men and getting deep up in that shit. Brandon has connections with a sweatshop owner. I mean, granted, he yelled at him, but this guy's been in his house. Let's see.
He's been with someone who turned witness.
Yes. Oh, yeah. He got deep involved in criminal investigation. He did save 2 lives in 1 year. So, like, if that's not the first paragraph in this story, then Josh is not digging deep enough. Brandon has a DUI on his record, totaled a car, like he was involved in borderline vehicular manslaughter. Like, there's some shit to find out. What's that?
Was drugged?
Yeah, he was. He had his drink spiked at a party too, by his best friend Steve Sanders. Have you met him? Go talk to him. He probably has some good stories to tell you, Josh.
Oh yeah.
Brandon's best friend broke into the school last year. Brandon's also been involved in street racing, illegal street racing. That's probably something you want to hide. Don't let Josh Richland find that out. This year, your biggest problem is that you were fucking your teacher's wife.
But not until she was divorced.
Right, but everybody thought so. Like that, there was all that going on. Your best friend stole from your teacher, whose wife you were boning almost. You got involved, however deeply, in a scandal to fix grades for a Division I athlete. That's bad.
Yeah.
Your ex-girlfriend almost burned your house down, and you know what you did? You said, "Here, take my favorite shirt. I'll come visit you." And then you never did until you did. Then like 2 years later, you came to visit her and didn't even bother to go see Diesel Stone in the Waste Management while you were there.
Nope.
By the way, you punched Diesel Stone. That guy's famous now, probably. Because that keytar action. I mean, you've been involved in some shit, and Josh Richland is just out there asking everybody about it, and you're not worried at all.
He's asking the wrong people.
I think he'll get there. I don't think he's going to have to try too hard to find some kind of shit Brandon's been involved in.
Because this Josh Richland villain origin story, I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Josh Richland does have a Lex Luthor from the most recent Superman movie thing going on, where he's like putting all his efforts into ruining this guy. I tell you what I think this episode's really about. The power of institutions in our lives. Because the NEA could have funded Lucinda's project.
Okay.
But they didn't. And if they had, she could have quit academic life and she and Brandon could have dated out in public. And this would not be a scandal. No scandal situation here. And anything that happens henceforth also could have been impacted by this grant from this government institution.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so beware. We've discussed this in great detail in high school, but now we're seeing what happens when the power of the student press is turned on Brandon Walsh. Like, we saw, like, you know what you can do with a student newspaper? You can print 2 op-ed pieces, invite kids to a dance, form a circle, end racism and gang violence with the power of David Silver rapping. You can do that you can shut down the entire food scene in Los Angeles through one sharply written expose. Do you know what can happen to the cafeteria scandal if Andrea gets involved and writes a story about it?
And you know what inspired them both? Newsies.
Shit, yes. Those newspaper kids in their hats and dancing. Come on now.
Come on.
Yeah. The power of the student press. These institutions are impacting our daily lives. What about the institution of the university itself? And the non-fraternization clause that is deeply impacting people's lives. Not least of which is Esther's desire to just ride a cowboy. And this expectation in university politics that you have a girlfriend is forcing Brandon to lie out in the open. Like, to pretend that Kelly is his girlfriend. And present a public front that is different than his private facing, than his private self. Mm-hmm. There's no way that disconnect goes well.
Yeah.
And it's all because of these institutions. If Brandon's left to his own devices, he would have taken Lucinda to this thing and probably like fucked her with Esther.
This is why we need to take down the institutions, man.
I'm telling you, these institutions are bad. If there was a rule, it would be against it. That's what I think.
Well, instead of institutions, we need Gen X. Guys.
Well,
we should have taken you all more seriously. I say we like I was there and had any power. I was a very
I don't know.
powerful 5-year-old.
I don't think you listened to a word I said when you were 5.
No, definitely not.
I don't think I said very many words to you when you were 5,
You
but
didn't.
you probably didn't listen.
But no, listen, this episode clearly states we need Gen X because we've needed them to save the Peach Pit. Without
Yep.
Dylan and his money, where's the Peach Pit? Gone.
Yep.
To run the task force without Brandon and his brilliant mind. The voice of a generation. Where is the task force going to be? Hope he doesn't fuck that up because they're going to be lost without him.
I know.
And then, where would our film about gender roles be without Gen X funding it?
Without Gen X making it. Lucinda's Gen X.
Fair. I can't tell how far apart in age they are. Like,
I think she said she's like 27 in 1994.
20?
Yeah, he's 20.
19?
Yeah. She's
Totally.
she's in her late 20s in 1994. That puts her born in 67.
Okay.
So she's Gen X.
We need Gen X to make these movies, but we also need the same generation to fund these movies. Again, the age difference and what is and isn't okay about their relationship is confusing, for reasons that are just hard to describe. And so, like,
institutions, man. The institution of marriage got in the way to begin with.
Well, that's true. I guess I just, because she's a teacher. And granted,
now, before it was something else.
That's what also confused me. Lucinda's role in everything confuses me because they're playing her like she's older. They're playing her like she's more established and has a more solid job. But, she can also just leave and do research and things, which, granted, I know college professors take sabbaticals. But...
No, I think she would just quit. I mean, you can always just quit.
Must be nice. I dropped my notes.
No, everybody can just quit. I mean, if you have someplace else to go and money to be made somewhere else, you can just quit. That nobody's stopping you.
So we need Gen X.
I agree with that.
It could have saved us.
Let me ask you this. Would Happy Jack be invited to any of these parties? Is Happy Jack going to the dean's house or the chancellor's or David's sober party?
He should have been invited to David's sober party.
Yeah, he would have ruined it by not being sober.
Yeah, and eating all the food.
Yep. But, I don't think Happy Jack should be invited to any of the parties this week. But I think it's important that we remember Happy Jack and his appropriateness. Let me ask you this. Is Brandon enough?
No.
You don't think so? Because I think there's people who would agree with you. I think that the dean doesn't think Brandon's enough unless he has a woman on his arm.
Brandon doesn't think he's enough.
Especially in comparison to Dylan and his money. Brandon is definitely feeling the inferiority going on there. Steve and Andrea think Brandon's enough. Like, they say lots of good things to Josh Richland.
They love him. They're his biggest fans.
Yeah, Josh does not think Brandon is enough.
Josh is jealous.
Josh is very jealous. I
don't know why, because Josh is what, a sophomore, junior?
Yeah, sophomore or junior, something like that.
Okay, unless he wanted to be on the task force, which I doubt they'll establish, like, I was supposed to be on it, but you got it, a measly freshman.
I think they established that just by Josh standing there and asking questions. Like, it was clear to me that Josh wanted to be on that task force and Brandon got it instead, and he is jelly.
I got that he was jealous. I didn't really get why. I think because I got distracted by so many other things in this episode. I'm really having a hard time keeping up with the task force because there's so much other stuff that is written not great that the few times they fill in with important information, it goes over my head.
Well, in your defense, you've been busy helping Nat and Dylan and Suzanne run the Peach Pit.
Thank you.
You know,
It's
you
been
missed a
hard.
meeting or two. It's amazing the task force still exists without you being there to pay attention to it.
Trying to get my film funded.
See, there's a lot going on.
I'm
You
trying to do a
know,
lot of things.
yeah, there's a lot of shit, a lot of strands in the old duder's head, a lot of ins and outs. Maud, it's a very complicated case. This isn't really what the episode is about, but I think I want to point out that Dylan is looking for more ways to use his money. He is becoming more and more comfortable with the fact that he has money and that he can use it to help the people he would like to help. You know, earlier in this season, when someone mentioned to Dylan, I think Kelly mentioned that he helped somebody pay for college or something, and he got real shitty about it. I can't remember who it was. Andrea, maybe?
Andrea to go to Yale.
Oh, that's right. Help Andrea go to Yale, Dylan. And he's like, get your hands out of my money, bitch. And, but now, yeah. But now he's like, buy the Peach Pit. Oh, she needs money for her thing. I'll probably give it to her. Wonder what else I can fund with my money.
No one I love. Who can I take care of that isn't directly part of my life?
Yeah, no, it has to be someone connected. That's how Dylan wants to spend his money. And that's fine. He can choose to do that. He doesn't have to like...
They're not as connected as his best friends, as his group.
No, true. But none of the, other than Andrea, I don't think any of them need any money. I think they're all doing okay. No, they got rich ass parents.
Brandon sure thinks he's poor.
He thinks he's poor, but I mean, you know, they live in Altadena. That's a nice house. I mean, that's not like, and I don't want to like, you know, shouts to Altadena. Altadena is it's a part of the city where real people live. So it's not like just mansions and shit. It's real people with real jobs and, you know, real lives and not silly Hollywood mansion shit. Yeah. But it ain't cheap.
No.
You know, like I think the Walsh house in the mid 90s would it still have been $300,000-$400,000. Now it's going to be like, you know, 3 million. Like now it's going to, I mean, oh, maybe not that much. I bet, well, since it's like the only thing that was left standing up there.
I was going to say, since it survived that fire, it is Terra of California.
It's probably a couple million dollars, would be my guess. It's probably around 2. But I don't know. I've not been real estate shopping in Altadena. But it's, you know, you got to have enough money to have that big ass house, Jimbo. Plus, you're putting 3 people through college now. Like,
he should get a discount.
He should get a discount. But look, we didn't have enough money to send both of our children away to school, but I can send 3 people in state. I don't know.
That math works.
That math is something. Girl math? I don't know. I don't know what girl math is, but it might be that.
It's silly and I like it.
I do too. The other, what else do you have that this episode might really be about?
I mentioned this to you in text, and I was trying to condense it to one thought, and it can't be condensed to one thought.
Okay.
But ultimately, I feel like this episode is telling us no one knows how to feel about feminism in the 90s.
It's confusing for sure.
It's definitely confusing, and I get it. Yeah, because the girls are excited about it. You know, they're excited, they're inspired. I'm not sure they're getting the best feminist class out there, but hey, it's something is better than nothing. It's good to know your options. It's good to know that you deserve to feel empowered, and here's why. The guys seem to laugh about it and make passive aggressive remarks or you know, in you know, things in passing about like, oh, you're getting empowered, well, I better watch out, or like, I don't know. It's just, again, people are clearly uncomfortable with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the women are also as excited as they are about it. They're also uncomfortable with it, which I get it, because confident woman, look out. That's dangerous.
Mm-hmm. I don't like it.
And yeah, you do. Listen, a matriarchal society would also be flawed. But why don't we find out together in a fun way?
Right. Let's give it a shot. See what happens. Yeah.
Just a thought. And I was noting how all the women are still doing what would be considered traditional roles in their relationships. Like, Brenda's trying to be upbeat and put a positive spin on things. And then ultimately, at the end of it, she's just like, fuck it, I tried. You both suck. You deserve each other. And also, I deserve better. Here's your ring. Fuck you. I'm out.
I thought you meant that Brenda was trying the traditional woman role of fucking everything up. But go ahead.
Wow. No. I can see where you'd think that, but I'm going to throw up on that idea.
There you go. There you did it.
Kelly, you know, it like Brandon comes over to ask about borrowing her, and she's like, "Oh, I just made some pasta. I'll make it for the rest of us." And like, you know, I do love that the show is showing that, like, hey, you can be a feminist and still do these things for your partner or for you, like, you know, because
or for your partner's best friend if he loaned you out.
Yeah, there was an ick factor to, like, can I borrow her? I mean, he did ask both of them. But of course, Brandon's really there because, like, he's probably a little scared of Dylan. He's an alcoholic, and he's been known to be reckless. Do you see what he did to that plant?
What? He fucking shot at Brandon just a couple months ago.
Yeah. You know, for breaking and entering, but still.
You know, Brandon was asking for it. Oh, yeah, that's another thing Josh could uncover. That Brandon broke into his friend's house to steal the puzzle. Fucking weirdo.
So, much like you would be getting as a student of feminism, you're going to get a lot of mixed messages. Because no one knows how to feel about it.
Well, especially if the messaging is entirely sex-based.
That's what's been upsetting to me. I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but yeah, her feminist lecture every week fails the Bechdel test.
Right. Yeah, it's all about dudes.
What the fuck, honey? What are you teaching? And, you know, the way Lucinda is with Brandon in the beginning, it's almost like they were playing out this sub-dom scene because she's getting him ready. She's putting on his boots and doing his tie and all that. And, like, yes, you can do that and be a feminist still. I'm not saying that. But there was something about it that felt very kinky to me. And yeah, again, Kelly's only inspired about feminism because of the sex positivity aspect, which that's a whole other thing too that people get weird about when women are sex positive. Like,
the guys like it in theory.
They like it in theory. They like, oh great, I don't have to do all the work all the time. Wait, why am I always on the body? You want to try what? You want me to do what now? That's a lot harder on you than it is me. Mine sticks out. I have to go digging for yours. I'm imagining the complaints. I don't know. I have no idea.
I understand. I was trying to figure out what it was you thought that I wasn't sure what you were insinuating that the women were asking the men to do that they were having a problem with, because I was going other places.
Two different things. No, it's multiple things, because I figure men have a problem with pegging, and also men have a problem with going down on women.
Sure. I mean, yeah, no, I got there eventually, but I didn't know you were talking about oral sex at first.
Not at first. I was doing.
Oh, you were at the end.
The strong reaction was to her suggesting pegging.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
We talk a lot about
brain,
that.
Y'all. Like, I go a lot of different pathways all at once, and if you're not strapped in,
strapped on.
Yeah, you're gonna get lost.
Hello,
woman.
Whoa, man.
So yeah.
She put a cock in my ass.
This show does not know how to feel about feminism and sexually empowered women.
Mm-hmm. It's also like, here's one thing I liked about it. The feminism part.
Yeah.
I liked putting Kelly in this environment where she gets to talk to the intellectual power elite.
Yes.
Like, because she was in her element. She didn't realize that was her element, but she's like put in this situation and thrives. Really gets in. And like, I don't know, we're talking about Madonna. People have opinions apparently. Chancellor Arnold has opinions on Madonna that I don't know that we ever get to hear, but I'd like to know. But she's like, oh, I mean, I understand that you're taking me as arm candy, and as some kind of a weird beard that I don't understand 100% what I'm getting involved in here. But and she was nervous about it. Like, I'm not sure what I'm going to say or how to. But then she was just good at it.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, this is cool. Good for you, Kelly. And it has nothing to do right now with you having sex with anybody. You are not using your sex as power. You're just being smart in the room.
Yeah. But of course, speaking of sex, I mean, the way she lit up when she realized, wait, the thing that people have judged me for and slut shamed me for, I can reclaim.
Mm-hmm.
That was beautiful. And I loved seeing that. Like, oh, that could be a weapon. That could be a powerful characteristic. That's something I don't need to be ashamed of. Awesome. I don't know how long we're going to get to see that in Kelly, but it was nice to see this episode.
Yeah, I did. I liked her at the party. And, okay. I hesitate to ask this question, but I know you've seen the internet.
I'm sorry. What?
I know you've seen the internet.
Yeah, what is that?
It's where you go to find pictures of Terry Hatcher nude.
Oh.
Primarily. Yeah.
See, for me at 16, it was Daniel Radcliffe Equus full photo.
Understood. But when you were 16, you could get that picture without waiting half an hour and then it being all pixelated.
You would think, but this girl was bad at the internet and didn't look at porn until, I'm not going to admit, when I finally saw porn.
Okay, well, I know it was before yesterday.
Yes.
Okay, here's what I want to ask. How do you feel about Kelly and Brandon together in this kind of environment?
I mean, gosh, I'm torn because, quite frankly, I don't think Brandon or Dylan are the feminist lovers that they think they are.
Oh, do they think they are? Okay.
I think Brandon thinks he's a friend to women.
Yeah, Brandon thinks he's the champion of everything.
I think Dylan thinks he's open-minded, but he's really not, because he makes jabs. He has beliefs instilled in him from his dad, you know, about how to view women and relationships.
Yeah.
Brandon, I think, at least wants to be better, but again, the patriarchy is strong. Probably stronger than the Force, unfortunately. So I think they're both finding it. It makes sense that they're both finding each other right now, even though Kelly seemed perfectly fine with Dylan's promiscuous nature, you know, like hitting on Donna and inviting her into a threesome, making out with her under the mistletoe. Oh, he's into the girl at Fluff and Fold.
Right.
But Brenda, Oh, a brunette? No. I
Yeah.
know what that means when men go for brunettes. Fuck.
Right.
Serious.
Yeah.
And Brandon's gonna get tired of the novelty of hiding a relationship is gonna wear off. It's gonna get
Yeah.
tiresome. Lucinda, I think, wants more than some young dick. I mean, she's still young herself, so like he's not breaking her back. He's not
Right.
doing anything she can't do. I'm sorry, your hips aren't giving out yet, or starting to cramp up in the middle.
Mm. She says, based on no personal experience whatsoever.
Aging is stupid.
I feel you, dog.
But and that's not really answering your question.
Your hips
I
don't lie. That's all Shakira wants you to know.
Oh my god, they do lie, and how long they last.
They're just telling you.
I don't know. I don't know how to feel about Brandon and Kelly, because I think they're just gonna fall into each other out of no one else sees me or understands me like you do.
What do you think about the dynamics of just taking away the Dylan and the Brenda, which is hard to do, but the two of them in this environment together?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about their interactions? How do you feel about them as a paired off couple of people to, hang out together?
I mean, they do give off power couple vibes, and like they don't need each other to fit in at a party. They can attend together, mingle a bit together, and then be like,
split off,
"Oh, you know
come
what?
back.
Split off and come back." Like, and that's the person you want to be with. You don't want to be with someone at a party that you're like, "Okay, I'm gonna go say hi to these people. Are you okay?"
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't want to have to do that. Not like if it's for the most part, like we're all going to be in situations for the other at some point that maybe, okay, I don't care for these people because they're eccentric, but you're in this show and I'm not, so like, okay.
Right.
But I do think they work well together in this environment, and they could uplift each other in a way that their current relationships aren't uplifting them and encouraging them.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens there. There's one last thing I think this episode might really be about. Things are a good idea until they aren't.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that all of these things are going to lead to something bad, but Steve using Andrea's dorm room is a really good idea until it isn't.
Oh no.
Dating Lucinda, great idea until it isn't. Obviously, taking Brenda camping is a good idea until it isn't. Letting Steve talk to the press, that's probably never a good idea. No, never probably not. Idea. Introducing Dylan to Lucinda is a good idea until potentially it isn't. Letting Brandon
her down.
Mm-hmm. Letting Brandon take Kelly to the Chancellor's event is a great idea until it isn't anymore. David getting a piano is a good idea until it isn't anymore.
Oh no! What?
Look, bare minimum, this dude's going to make more music. Like, do you really want to be involved in a world where David is making more music?
Listen, I don't really feel like casting aspersions against some people who have made albums,
be
but
my love. Be my love. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, David Silver, not the worst person to get a record deal.
No, agreed. I just don't know that I don't know that I need another Precious. That's
considering all. This is before reality TV and the stupidity that it's before, I'm going to say, more hardcore like talent. Well, you know what I mean. It's before the influx of reality TV.
Yeah.
And things that come from that. So yeah, David Silver making more music is not going to be the worst thing. And if I end up eating my words, I end up eating my words. But there's a lot of other people that I'm still mad, like, oh, fuck, you got a record deal? You made an album? You should have been given a Diesel Stone.
Well, we don't know that it hasn't been because Brandon didn't go watch Waste Management perform. But I will say this: David just keeps on making music. Like,
Sweet.
you know, we're back to more David music, and that's a great idea until it isn't anymore. Do you have anything that this episode might really be about?
Anything else?
Yeah, anything else?
Gosh. No.
Okay.
That's all I've got.
Then what did this episode make you nostalgic for?
That's a great question. Uh, the best thing I can come up with is it made me nostalgic for the the people that I have driven cross country with 2 separate times. Because one friend went out with me when I moved to Portland. And it's funny, we have a similar temperament, and I think for some reason we both thought we weren't going to be friends still after it, just because it's a road trip. We're going to get tired of each other. We're still very good friends to this day.
Good.
We had a blast. And then similarly, when I moved back across the country with Walter, I was like, well, we've already been through a pandemic together. I think we've been, I mean, I know there's going to be more test people. I'm not that stupid. But I figured, I think a road trip is going to be a bit more cake than surviving a pandemic. And It was. We had a lot of fun. Was it still the pandemic? And were we having, like, oh, what are the rules in this state versus this one? You know? Yeah. But we still had a lot of fun. And I'm just really thankful that the people I have chosen to drive across the country with were not assholes and didn't lose it, and myself included, because I think if anyone could have been the little bitch, it probably would have been me.
Right.
But no, I know how to keep my cool when a car is involved.
There you go. Good. Yeah, I've never had a road trip go off the rails like Stewart and Brenda. Like I've never had that happen. Yeah. All my road trips experiences have been pretty good, and I've done long ones with different folks.
Yeah. The only thing I was going to add was the closest we got to that was, I think I've already shared this, but outside of Denver when a blizzard just
you did. Yeah.
And it got very scary, and I was just like, okay, let's find another route. And I mean, luckily we were staying there for 3 days anyway, so we just didn't move the car for 3 days and stayed hunkered down.
Yep. That's the move. Yeah. I'm not sure that this episode made me nostalgic for much of anything.
Road tripping.
Yeah, road tripping, I guess. Like I never went to any chancellor's task force meetings or anything. As far as I know, the campus paper was never trying to like dig up shit on me. Well, yeah, it's like I said, as far as I know.
The Indiana Daily student called me and they said, "Oh, you're 5. We can't get anything out of you."
Yeah, you wouldn't have known. I was a trusted member of the community. I was an RA, for God's sake. I was Kathy, but better, because I didn't just walk into people's. Oh, you want to go in Andrea's room? Go ahead. Anyone apparently can just go into Andrea's room, according to Kathy. Kathy
is a wild one in terms of RA. I think she was a last minute replacement.
Well, I mean, she did replace Dan mid school year, like at the semester break.
Yeah.
You know, but she's like she's like the worst protector of the bridge ever.
Yes.
You know, like she's like, what is your name? What is your quest? What is your favorite color? On you go. Like she's good. Like you really have to screw it up not to get into Andrea's room if Kathy is the person guarding the door.
Yeah.
So I guess I was better RA than Kathy. Yes. All right. Who is your Steve Sanders Memorial worst person of the episode?
It's Stewart. Like
he's pretty bad.
And I have a whole list, because I didn't want to at first, just because I thought this is an easy target. But no, okay, last minute camping.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, who do you think you're dating? And also, if you're going to surprise me with a camping trip, at least have a car full of supplies. And oh, you went and bought clothes for me because you knew I wasn't going to be dressed appropriately because we were going to be having a different kind of trip.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, rich man.
Yeah.
He's competitive, which some people like that. Not me.
He's competitive, but also stupid, which is a real bad combination.
Yeah. Blames her for locking them, which, like, yes, I know in theory she does lock the door and it is kind of silly, but also, like, don't be a dick about it.
And also, why did you leave your keys in the car, you moron?
A better question.
This isn't the valet station.
He clearly has a lot of undealt with issues that I'm just like, not to say that I'm not one of those who doesn't think you can, like, be in a relationship and still hate yourself, because hello. But you need to be working on those problems, buddy.
Yeah.
You absolutely need to be working on those problems instead of putting them on your girlfriend and her parents. Oh my God. Jim loves letting other people's kids know that, like, you are valued and your parents will be proud of you someday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because his own son doesn't think he does anything.
Yeah.
He won't ask or accept help, and he's passive aggressive. Again, a whole damn list. He's the worst. The worst.
He sucks. He 100% sucks. On the plus side, I think that's it for Stewie. I think we're done with him.
Wow. That did not end how I thought it was going to. And I am still in disbelief that might be it. But I'm okay with that.
Yeah. If he comes back after this, I have blocked it out of my mind. Because in my head, the end of their relationship is this car trip.
I could see him sending one more bouquet of flowers.
Yeah.
Trying. But she did throw the ring in the pool. And I mean, they even had the sound effect. It's great. No.
Yep. I think for me, it's Josh. Okay. Because Josh he's there to cause chaos. Like and it's all coming from a place of jealousy, and it's just yuck. You know, this whole. Oh yeah, well, it's because you want to see Brandon hoisted on his own petard.
Honestly, like, it felt very Batman villain, and I wanted to come in and be like, I don't know, I'm gonna make some comic people mad, and I don't care. Because I don't know. But I wanted to be like the poison ivy to this man's Harvey Dent or something.
Okay.
And I don't know, just like trick
just wanted Batman to hang out with him.
No, yeah, I get it. I just wanted to trick Batman into giving up some stuff and be like, got you.
Yeah. No, that's a good idea. I like it. Yeah, if Kelly was secretly working with Josh to, like, get Brandon totally fucked over, that'd be awesome. Man.
I love this. Yeah. Also, I'm picking Catwoman instead, although Poison Ivy would be very cool.
Yeah, Poison Ivy is pretty cool. Yeah, that's some good fanfic. I like it. If this whole time Kelly and Josh Richland have been talking to each other and no one knows it, and she's like, don't worry, I got it. We're going to set him up and we're going to burn this shit to the ground. Yeah, diabolical laughter. I like it. But for now, Josh is my worst person because Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Like, what did Brandon ever do to you? Like, he's done lots of things to other people, but all he ever did to you was not become your poster child.
Oh, I mean, fair, but I found it so interesting.
Yeah.
Like, again, it just shows how bored Josh is with his own life.
And also how little attention Brandon is paying to the real danger. Like, Brandon is Sundance up on the cliff going, I can't jump into that water. I can't swim. And everyone else is Butch going, you moron, the fall's going to kill you.
Yeah.
Like, you're worried about the wrong thing. You're not paying it. You know how powerful student press can be. You formed a circle, my man.
You threatened. You threatened with your school paper.
Yes, more than once. Yeah, you, Donna Martin, graduated. Yeah, you Super Nintendo Ep Art, I'm talking right about now.
Yeah.
He knows. And yet he's like, well, no one can find out what I'm doing. Everything's fine. I'm going to park my car right in front of her house. Brandon's a moron. And Josh wants to stick a firecracker up his ass and light it. And
that's why he deserves to get brought down by Catwoman and Harvey Dent.
There you go. It's Dent. Yep.
Dent. Okay. Sorry. Yep. I really am sorry. I know that's...
No. You should apologize in person to the internet. Like one at a time.
No one else has ever messed this up.
No one ever gets anything wrong on the internet. And you owe each nerd an in-person apology. Go door to door.
I'll apologize when I get more Jessica Jones.
There you go. It's the exact opposite of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, where the whole premise of that movie, which I know you haven't seen, is there's going to be a movie made about Blunt Man and Chronic, which are the comic book characters that are based on them. So they have likeness rights. And they're like excited this movie's coming out and they're going to get paid until they discover that the internet exists, because it's like 2001. And people are online like saying bad things about them on like fan forums. And so they decide to go to Hollywood to stop the movie getting made because people are going to think that bad things about them. And they go door to door to punch people who wrote mean things.
I really need to watch more of their work.
It's funny. Yeah. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, I'm a big fan of. You're the guy who fucked that pie.
That's right.
Yep. Pipe down, Pacey. All right. I think we did it.
Yeah.
All right. So join us here on Friday, Cheesemeisters, when we are going to watch a movie about another powerful person and the relationship he's having that maybe people aren't supposed to find out about, but it's certainly a PR situation if they do. We're going to watch The American President, which is a pretty good movie that I haven't seen in a while. So, and you've never seen it, so that should be fun.
Never seen it.
All right. Aaron Sorkin joint. And then join us here next week, Cheesemeisters, when we watch season 4, episode 22, Change Partners, which might be about square dancing. I don't remember.
It's not.
It's probably not about square dancing. And I kind of do remember. So, yeah, we're getting to some shit. Getting towards the end of the season. So we got 10 episodes left this season.
Oh my God, that's nuts.
Yep. I know. And there's...
This one has felt long.
32 episodes is a long season. Yeah. And also like we had a stretch there in the middle where it's like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
You know, like like we had a couple of week sweeps.
Yeah.
Like November sweeps was a little like, oh, we're going to Las Vegas. And February sweeps was like, Nat had a heart attack. Like we're in the middle of February sweeps right now. Does it feel like it?
It feels like it now.
Yeah, now, because I bet it feels like we're gearing up for stuff. And sweeps is usually when you pay some stuff off. I mean, we did get rid of David's hat. So, you know, we've paid that off. What do you think Jesse thinks, like, is going on? Because, like, he comes to this party with the shish kebab. Like, do you think he knows David was on drugs? I don't think he's ever really talked to David. And, like, then Brenda and Dylan come in, and there's, like, all this tension in the room. And do you think... I don't think we ever find out really, like, but it's interesting to me that Jesse's just there with his pregnant girlfriend going like, I don't know. I feel like I'm missing something here.
He's just there, thrilled to be with, I don't know, future backers for his law firm.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm sure Dylan will give him money to start his own private practice. Or that's not right.
You never know.
Really,
Dylan funds things.
He funds things. I don't know.
Yeah, fund Jesse. Give Jesse some money.
Probably out of money by now, to be honest.
No, he has a lot. He's not. I mean, how much money do you think Lucinda's movie's going to take? I bet that movie needs less than $100,000 because this is 1994. Like, I don't think it's not like she needs special effects or have to pay actors or anything. It's a documentary. True. I think she probably needs about
everything
100.
off of. I'm now going to base everything off of Big Night's budget because I was like 4 million. Oh my!
Well, they had a lot of good actors in that movie, though.
No, they really did, and like again, just shows you how little I know or anyone really knows. Again, I don't know anything about budgeting for a film.
Yeah, I mean, I think Clerks was made for about $30,000. Like Kevin Smith just like maxed out like 4 credit cards and
Give me
paid for the
that
movie.
confidence.
Yeah, he was able to pay it off. So yeah, quite the risk.
I
But
would.
you know,
I think I'd rather. I think I would rather apply for grants. Honestly, like I would feel a lot more confident writing grants than I would maxing out a credit card.
yep. But so far, the grant thing has not worked for Lucinda, and you know, Kevin Smith has made like 20 movies. So I don't know if there's that many, but it's over 10. So I don't know. We've digressed. So until then, Cheesemeisters.
Bye.
Bye.